Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hey everyone, my name is Cassie, and on Once Upon a Time in Springfield today, my dad and I will be talking about Season 2, Episode 21, 3 Men and a Comic Book. Okay, Dad, start the intro.
She's Cassie.
My dad's like Homer, because he always goes out and buys us donuts.
He's Chris.
Cassie used to be a lot like Maggie when she was a baby. She never gave up her pacifier.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a wonderful evening of theater and picking up after yourself.
This is Once Upon a Time in Springfield, a Simpsons review show from the point of view of a dad and his daughter.
From now on, I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the ride.
Here they are, Cassie and Chris.
On this episode, Bart earns less than expected doing chores. So he partners with Millhouse and Martin on a rare comic.
What the hell was that?
The chalkboard gag was "I will not show off" in a fancy print.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I thought that was quite cute.
The couch gag was everyone sat down, then it tipped over, and Maggie came up and showed her face.
Yeah, and we've seen that one before.
Yes.
You're all nuts.
All right, in the beginning, Marge is taking Bart and Lisa to a funny book convention, which is quite hilarious. It must have been like a year that, I mean, I don't know when this would have come out. This would have come out in the late 80s, so it would have been like the first comic book convention. So that's crazy that they were that plugged into it. I mean, they were comic book people, so I guess it's not that crazy, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, didn't know Lisa was a comic book person.
That's true. We did not know that Lisa was a comic book person. It was funny because she got back in the car and she's like, I got 47 of these and 32 of these for $1.40.
Guess what? For $1, a man sold me 35 Caspers and a dozen Lois Lane.
Ooh. And Bart's like, can I borrow $100 to buy one? Sorry, spoilers. Anyway, so then they're at the comic book convention and Otto drew this really cool poster about this guy called Busman.
And it's him, but buffer.
Ooh, what's that?
My very own idea for a comic book, little man, is about a dude who drives a school bus by day, but by night fights vampires in a post-apocalyptic war zone.
Cool.
All right, anyway, so then this is where they introduced Radioactive Man and Fallout Boy,
yes,
which are two very large characters in the Simpsons lore. Fallout Boy, like I was telling you, they named their band. The band named themselves after this character in this cartoon.
Oh, yeah, that was... Yeah, you told me, and I was like, what song? And he just started
Sugar, we're going down swinging. Sorry, we don't want to pay for it, so we'll stop. All right, so Fallout Boy, he was actually there, though. The actor that played the kid Fallout Boy. And he was like some older, I shouldn't say some old, but he was some old actor. He was like smoking his cigarette, and he was like stage actor, like, oh, come see me in Cats.
But I did just finish playing Rum Tum Tugger in the Second National Touring Company of Cats. Anybody see it?
Oh.
It was so funny. So, comic book person, I don't know.
Comic book guy?
Yes.
Yeah, no, yeah, Bart tries to buy something from him. What was it? It was
Radioactive Man issue 1.
Yeah, where they find out how he became Radioactive Man. It's crazy. No, it's not. It's actually not
really
that crazy.
Not crazy.
Remember the story that Marge said where she was trying to buy something? She was trying to buy the oven that was powered by a light bulb or something like that.
Oh, I've made one of those.
It's an easy bake oven, basically.
Yeah.
But she had to do a bunch of work for her sisters, so her sisters did what?
Smoked.
So they started talking like this, and they had really nice voices. And then they went and did what? Oh, you can give me more than that.
Hi.
Yeah, that's close enough. It was kind of funny. That was a funny storyline. Do you remember, okay, no, now you didn't catch this because you weren't old enough, but Wonder Years was a TV show back in the day. And at the end of the very beginning segment, Bart is like talking and it's fading out. He's not talking, but he's thinking in his head and it's fading out and stuff. I want to show you that.
Don't understand it, but I've seen so many shows like that.
Remember the Princess Bride, the movie? The kid in the very beginning that's being told the story?
I remember.
Remember that kid?
Yes.
He was the main character in that show that I'm talking about. Yeah, so I'll show you. It's really funny.
I'm opening my mouth very wide with my eyes chalked. Okay, so let's jump to the middle. Bart is learning to recycle to get some more money.
Yeah, he even tries to do a lemonade stand, right?
Yeah.
Which turned into what?
He started doing a beer stand.
Yeah, he started selling beer, and he sells beer to the cops to bribe them, so they'll leave him alone because he doesn't have a liquor license. That's way too smart.
And then Marge gets him some jobs. So she was like, maybe you should do a job. And the job had to be for an old lady.
Yeah, it is for an old lady. He has to do he pulls weeds the first day.
And comes back home pretty much in very much pain to the point where he can't even walk.
He looked like a Dalmatian, but his spots were red like scrapes and stuff from the weeds.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. And then the old lady put iodine on it.
Just hearing the scream didn't make me happy.
Bart obviously didn't get enough money, and he goes to the comic book store, and he is trying to convince who to go in and buy the comic book with him.
Millhouse and Martin.
Yeah, so they combine all their money
and have $100 exact, which kind of made me crazy because earlier in the episode it said Bart had $40. Now he has 30.
Maybe he bought a squishy. Or maybe Homer took the money back and bought beer. That's probably what happened.
I stand corrected.
So let's jump to the end of the show. The boys are reading the comic book together. Do you want to give us a short version of what the comic book tells them?
Yes.
Okay, tell me. I'll be the dramatic music.
So the soon to be man and
radioactive
man has his leg stuck in a fence. And a radioactive bomb happens. And then he is radioactive. His shirt is all torn. And his legs are torn. Okay, that's all I got. Dun.
Now he's a radioactive man.
Yep.
All right, that's how it happened.
I want to read it again.
Nice try, mister.
Pretty lame.
It is. I don't know why they wanted it.
So then the guys lose their minds basically now because Martin's trying to put some rules together for them to take the comic book home on certain days and share equally, but it's more confusing than divorce lawyering.
It is.
So they do what?
So they fight.
They do.
And so they're all like choking each other right now.
Yeah, so awesome.
Everyone's choking each other.
Quit it! You quit it! No, you quit it!
A few minutes later, they're all in bed. Well, sleeping bags.
In the treehouse because they all won't leave the comic with one person. They all have to stay around it.
Yep, it's really starting to rain.
And thunder. That was my thunder.
And lightning.
Lightning doesn't make noise.
And, well, the thunder go.
I just did thunder.
No, you did.
Well, that was my thunder. Okay, I'm not a professional noise maker. Well, I am, but not with my mouth.
Mama's.
Okay,
whatever. So after that, they're all fighting because someone left to go to the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when Homer wants to check on them. Marge is like, you should really check on the boys. And he's like, okay. And
he just looks out the window.
Looks out the window and lightning. And all you see is the boys tackling each other, rolling over each other.
Homer, it's really coming down. Could you check on the boys?
They're fine.
Next thing you know, Millhouse is leaning off of the edge.
Yeah, and Martin's tied to a chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it turned out.
They almost put an apple in his mouth.
They did. Okay, so then, like you said, Millhouse is hanging out of the tree, Martin's tied up, and Bart's holding on to Millhouse. Has to choose between Millhouse or the comic.
Millhouse, it's not that far to the ground. The rain's probably softened it up a bit. No! Bart, no!
If you guys hadn't tied me up, I could be saving the comic as we speak.
Shut up! Shut up!
Dun, dun, dun!
No, it's like this. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Who do you choose? Comic or the book?
He chose...
Comic or the book? The comic or Millhouse?
Millhouse.
Yeah, he kind of had to.
Because he was about to die.
Yeah, and then Marge comes outside in her bomb raincoat.
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
It slayed.
It did.
Her hoodie.
Oh, and then it came to the very end where they were looking at the remnants, the leftover parts of the comic book that didn't get hit by lightning.
Oh my gosh, the graphics
bird.
there were so cool.
Yeah, turned. It was like a 3D shot.
But it was also like 2D.
Yeah, it was really dope. So I wanted to make sure we mentioned that because that was kind of cool. I wonder if we're going to see more of that soon, or if that was just like a one kind of thing.
Deep trouble.
So Cassie, what was your favorite part of the show?
My favorite part of the show was when Martin was leaving to use the restroom, and they were like, "Oh no, we have a lever," and Bart was like, "You get back here, or else I'm gonna hurt you."
One more step and you're a dead man.
I have to go to the bathroom, Bart.
Yeah, right, so do I, but you don't see me getting up.
Hey, what's going on?
Our dear friend Martin was trying to steal a comic book.
Let's tie him up.
My favorite part was coincides with my favorite character, so let's just go over there.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
Characters introduced: Radioactive Man, Bart Man, which was quite kind of fun. Fallout Boy, comic book guy, which did not have the right voice.
He did not. It was like, hee.
Yeah, and then the old lady that hired Bert Simpson. That's what she called him. All right, my favorite character, though, I'll go first, is Homer. And he's also my favorite part of the show because he had so many zingers in there. Like, he gets all hot and heavy over Wonder Woman, and Marge is like, Homer!
He went,
I never knew what Superman saw in her. Give me Wonder Woman. Wow! And that golden lariat. She can tie me up anytime. Oh, Homer! I was just kidding, Marge.
And then he beats Bart at the will you stop doing it? 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 Will you stop asking me? I love that. Homer won, and then when Bart was selling the beer, he jumped out of the car. No!
It was so funny.
But I think my favorite was when he says, when Bart comes back and goes, "That old bag only paid me 50 cents. And he goes, "Well, back in my day, 50 cents to get you a long way." And Bart's like, "Really?" And Homer's like, "No, not really." And then he goes back to watching his TV. It was just so good. He's my favorite. Anyway, who's your favorite?
My favorite was Marge because she brought snacks up.
Yes.
Some microwaved s'mores. And those are the best, not going to lie.
She doesn't lie. She eats a lot.
And she's like, "How about you guys have a snack?" She brings, I'm pretty sure, some sugar.
Yeah, well, the good thing was that she
milk.
brought it right when they were all strangling each other, so they had to stop.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
okay.
they had to stop.
And then she comes up and she's like, "You guys should come inside. You could play your tying chair game inside."
Yeah, right?
'Cause
Martin's like, "No, I'm just a prisoner."
And then her coat just slayed.
It was pretty cool.
It was very nice.
I like stories.
The takeaway for this episode is, don't expect old people to pay you a lot of money. If you do their chores.
Well, a lot of money.
No, a lot of money.
Yeah, they're not going to pay you that much.
Nope. They're not going to pay you $10. Not even.
I've got something I'd like to say.
All right, Cassie, what are we going to rate this one?
We're going to rate this one 9.5 comic books.
9.5 comic books. I like it. Radioactive Man comic books.
Yes, because they were all torn in half.
That was a good show. I really like this one. It really made me happy.
Yes, it did. It really made me happy, too.
Good.
I feel that way, too.
That's the end of the show, everyone. I hope you like the show as much as Maggie likes her pacifier, or Homer likes his beer. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. Go to thisisfunner.com to check out some really cool shows. And please, share it with a friend.
Everything really wrapped up nicely.
Thank you all for listening to Once Upon a Time in Springfield. Please go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. And don't forget to rate, review, and share the show with a friend.
Ugly dougly done.
This is funner.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.